G'day, I'm Ash. Welcome back to War Thunder. Specifically, let's take a look at some of the weird things that have happened in War Thunder's past. Now, this has been an article that was published on the gamesindustry.biz, a website which covers gaming events and various other features and featurettes, published on December 4th, 2013, so well over 10 years ago now. And the head title is Gaijin Entertainment, We're Not the Greedy Bastards Here. Oh, how the tables have turned. Essentially talking about free-to-play games on consoles and how they'll need to have or hit higher standards. Now, it goes on to go and talk about microtransactions, the rising retail cost of AAA games, and all the other various other DLCs and things. But scrolling down, the chat then changes to, but is the console audience ready? Anton, CEO of Russian developer Gaijin Entertainment, believes that free-to-play developers will have to raise their standards to pass muster on PlayStation 4, Xbox One. After all, console gamers are the segment in the market that harbours the most subscription-free to-play gaming in general. And while World of Tanks and Dust 514 have already introduced the concept, on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, much will be more necessary to earn their faith. Again, this is at the time where console games were just becoming the norm, and obviously console gamers are used to the concept of buying games, premium games. But one of the reasons for that is there haven't been enough free-to-play games at the console quality level, and we are a console developer. War Thunder is console quality. In some cases, yes, but it's been some time since it has come out. So, he goes on to say, in a free-to-play game, there's a lot of expertise to make a game design interesting for people to play for months or even years. The meta game design, he says. But in terms of core gameplay, production quality, and technical excellence, most of them do not concentrate on that at all. There are exceptions, but most don't, and that gives both sides an opportunity. They can take lessons from each other, and it's a huge opportunity, and a lot of console developers don't see that. They either don't believe in the free-to-play model at all, or they think they know better, and they know some things are better, of course, but not everything. And essentially, if you don't know, Gaijin Entertainment is predominantly, they make free-to-play games. They do not make any paid games, although they have in the past. But their mission statement on the website, I believe the last time I checked it, which was last year, said something like the lines of, we make free-to-play games. So it really is no surprise there. Now, Udinsev, gamers are unlikely to separate free and paid in their minds when it comes to choosing how to spend their time. The casual gamer is likely discerning, but if you're making a free-to-play aerial combat sim, like War Thunder, it needs to stand up to comparisons like insert other games here, Ace Combat and various other things. And clearly he sees Gaijin as different from most developers building free-to-play games. Well, how ironic, because at the moment you're looking like every gacha game and every, broken-ass video game that's free to play out there. The studio reputation games made for consoles are released through the traditional publisher system, and it's created confidence within the company that met challenges posed by a new business model without sacrificing foundational values. Indeed, the need to be directly responsible for PR and marketing around War Thunder, implementing more efficient lines of communication with an audience, is something that every independent developer must do in order to thrive in the self-publishing environment. Fair enough. Moving on, because it doesn't necessarily make any sense. As Anton basically says, but it's all for nothing if you can't build and support your customer base. Funny that. At the moment, you're currently condescending the whole entire player base and telling us we're a bunch of idiots. We're a relatively small family business. Where have we heard that one before? And for us, the biggest challenge isn't to maintain the game after launch. We actually like that. He says we can enhance it and improve it. Well, you certainly have done that. Keep writing negative reviews, boys. That's good for us. I'm not sure it's good for big studios, but we can be very flexible. So flexible that you keep absolutely butchering every single comedy update. It's funny. It really is. The bigger challenge is marketing stuff like that. Okay, what you've got is nowadays you just rely on content creators to spread the word. You pay a bunch of content creators to do adverts on the game, and then away you go. That's how you get your players. That's what you've done. PR and everything like that doesn't necessarily matter at this stage because it's 2023. There have been more players playing War Thunder ever than now. So, your core marketing team might be slightly smaller or slightly larger. It doesn't even matter For Anton, it was a confirmation that diligent efforts to breathe life into dwindling flight genre by making it free were not in vain. Obviously, he's talking about the War Thunder's open beta, 5 million players. I mean, they're somewhat claiming 70 million players now, where they're pulling that 80% out of their ass from the article with the how progression and economy is built in free-to-play games and War Thunder in particular. I don't know, but hey, we won't go there. If you want to see that video, link in the description. We wanted to attract people and we've been successful. That's more than any flight simulation game in the last decade. Of course, because you've been slowly just basically dominating the market. In fact, you've been in the top 20 of any Steam market for a very long time. So, you know, it is what it is. And anyway, Anton shakes his head. In a world where Call of Duty takes $1 billion in less than a week, it's a studio trying to give a good game away for nothing that is called upon to explain its methods. And it's quite funny because he pauses and smiles. We're not the greedy bastards here. An interview with Anton conducted in September of 2013. Wow. So that's a bit of a time capsule. It's almost like Gaijin forgot what kind of company that they wanted to set out to be and instead go from one that was making a profit to one that milks the community dry.